You know what? I know everyone is entitled to his own opinion, his or her own opinion, because this is America. This is, we have freedom of opinion, freedom of speech. But I also have the right to react to something which I do see is pretty much out of line or out of truth, because the truth of the matter with the AMC stock is lots of people have their own opinion on what's happening, including those who are have a lot of a big platform, a big audience, whether they are big famous YouTubers or whether they are mainstream media. And this is also part of the big problem with the AMC here, is that people are always misconcepting or giving a pretty misconception of the hard truth reality. And I want to react in this video to what Meet Kevin said, clip it from YouTube that he said. And first off, I'm not judging the personality. I'm not judging the guy. I don't know him personally, but I'm one of his followers, and I've been getting a lot of value into his YouTube channel, whether it has to do with building wealth through the stock market, to real estate, etc., etc. The guy is a smart guy, of course. He's nothing. So my opinion here has nothing really, to do with attacking his person or reality. This is just based on what he said around AMC. And this is something he tweeted this morning, all right, August 22nd, 12:28 p.m. APE is a ploy designed to exploit uneducated retail investors to help AMC pay off their debt. Hoping to capitalize on the meme stock movement, read the fine print. You're likely screwed in APE, but any temporary APE success is good for AMC. Now, this is, one of the most, I don't know. I don't agree, to be point blank. I don't agree. And I don't agree based on two counts. The first count is you are calling apes or retail investors invested into AMC stock uneducated retail. Do you feel uneducated? I mean, does it sit well with you who have been staying in this, invested in this for the last almost 2 years? I was invested into AMC with almost 8,000 shares even prior to the whole short squeeze starting. All right. So I've been here since day one. For somebody who covers, or I've been covering AMC stock pretty much from day one, and for somebody else just throwing out something out there and calling me uneducated doesn't sit well with me. All right. And we've shown on this channel numerous times using statistics, using research, not only from professionals, but from big banks such as Bank of America, saying and stating using facts, using data, using performance on stocks, the stock market, on ETFs that favorite retailers are buying and selling. And those research showed unanimously that retail investors are better at picking stocks compared to the smart money, the professional, the Wall Streeters. Look, it pisses me off when people with money, because they have a title, because they have a job position, because they have, part of, an industry, they can gather behind closed doors, all right, and talk about investing opportunities, strategies, all right? But whenever it's the little Joe, the average Joe on the street, the little guy doing the exact same thing, using the exact same rules of the game, for some reason, suddenly we are uneducated. But we are doing the exact same thing, the hedges, the big funds, the big guys with the big pockets. I don't care whether you're famous YouTubers or no, but everyone making money on Wall Street tend to do the exact same thing. That's number one. Number two, this strategy is a short squeeze strategy, all right? And this is the exact same strategy that a lot of people are using to make a ton of money. The only difference here is this time tables are turned, because usually is the Wall Street guy, is the smart money, the big dogs with the suits that are used to make money like this. But whenever we are using the same technique, the same tools, the same strategy to also make a huge ton amount of money, suddenly it becomes a problem. I wonder why AMC is not popping, because these guys have a huge audience. The mainstream media have a huge audience. So how come are we expecting AMC to reap when people willing to look into this, that are not on social platform, social media, or not as familiar as we are with this stock, take their, opinion, advice, and thoughts from people who are not as close to the matter as we are. That's the first count. And then the second count where this doesn't sit well with me is, you are saying this and it portrays the idea that AMC and Ape is doomed, right? And then you turn around and you say you just bought 2,500 shares of AMC with Ape profits. Okay, so you swinged Ape, all right, good. And then you're buying AMC. So why buy AMC with Ape's profits if Apes was doomed? I mean, maybe I'm reading this wrong, folks, but just let me know. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but just let me know. It's like, well, I don't understand, all right? I don't understand. Now, I do tend to agree with Roche Capital. The writers from major financial news outlets either, one, have done no research at all on AMC Ape, and do not understand it, or number two, they are purposefully misleading readers on the reasoning for the fall today. Both are equally terrifying. And I do believe that this opinion from Kevin is falling maybe under the first category, all right? Because I don't think he's purposely misleading readers, because he's obviously bought some shares, so he has some skin in the game, right? And this goes back to number one, have done no research or are not as close as we are into this matter. And that's why I think it's really important to make your own research, but also know your value and your line. Because I think I've told many of you, watching my videos here on my channel, that I don't care how profitable you are as a trader. I don't care how experienced you are as a trader. I don't care how rich you are based on the stock market or any other business. You cannot simply predict what is going to happen in the next 5 minutes, even more so in the next 5 weeks or the next 5 months. So everybody is entitled to, and that's why everybody is entitled to his own opinion, especially when it comes to the stock market, because nobody can say exactly what the future will look like. But that being said, you need to know exactly, you need to have some backbone, and the backbone comes from education. And that's why today things are way different than they were just 2-3 years ago, because resale investors are now more sophisticated. And this is not my words. These are coming from people doing research on this type of stocks and strategies we are doing. We are more educated than the street wants us or wants to get credit to us for. So based on this, even if it's true to never ever take investment advice from somebody else, but at least it's very important to see where the line stands. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos. Otherwise, it's going to be like a leaf in the wind. And that's why I wanted just to make this video, just to make sure that you guys are not falling under this trap. Now, I'm not saying AMC will go to the moon tomorrow. I'm not saying either AMC will not go back to $5 tomorrow, because I don't know. And anybody sitting here tell you that they know, no. Now, let me finish by saying this. It does have a point though, and this is something I already mentioned in this channel. There is a kind of a hangover around the Ape shares. Even though the CEO said there will not be any dilution of AMC, of Ape shares, I still think there is that option available. And it doesn't, it has a weird taste, when you kind of think about it. And I may be wrong, they may never dilute, but I see in Ape a way for the company to get rid of debt. That is true. That I will give to Kevin and any other distractor of this whole thing. But until then, Ape is trading as an entire stock, which has also the potential of going to the moon. Until then, let's see.